I'm Sith for Life. Welcome back to the channel. For this way back review, I'm going to continue the DC Icons love with this Darkseid and Grail 2-pack. Okay, so out of the box, this is what we're faced with. Darkseid has one set of open palm, like relaxed or grabbing hands, and his closed fists. That's it. Grail has two extra sets of hands. They don't really seem that different. I guess one's a little bit more relaxed, one's a little bit more grippy. Probably, I guess, for the axe. But she does come with this scythe axe deal. And she comes with a little soft tunic. Pretty cool. I don't think it'll ever get used, but it's not bad. It looks like there's a little paint rub on the back there, but these are used figures. They've been opened before, so let's pull in Grail and take a look at her. This is the first female DC Icons that I've had. She looks good. She's got good proportions. She's got a good size. The sculpt is great. She has double jointed arms with a bicep swivel, double jointed knees, with a thigh swivel and bicep swivel. Fancy. Paint's looking good. Head is ball joint, side to side. It's a little bit impeded. It goes great that way. A little bit impeded by the hair going that direction. Ankles pivot. Just fine. Go up and down, or like back and forth. Overall, she looks pretty good. This is not. I got the 2-pack for him, not for her. I've got a buddy that's been looking for this figure for a long time, and it's going to go to him. And hope he enjoys it. I think it's cool. Kind of makes me a little bit sad that I'm not keeping it, but I'll add her to the collection eventually. This is the reason I got this 2-pack. I can't pull him in too much, otherwise he won't be on screen. He is absolutely massive. You'll see in a minute when I pull in other figures. I knew he was going to be big, but I wasn't quite expecting this level. He is fantastic looking. It does look like he does have double jointed, but not a whole lot of movement out of that for a double joint. Not even quite 90 degrees on the elbows, and knees are about the same, almost 90 degrees. It looks like that one's hitting on the boot right there. Sculpt, though, he is fantastic. Can't really see it too well, but down here on the boots, got damage and weathering, and got shading in the muscles on the leg. The arms should move all the way because these rotate out of the way. So we get a full 360 out of the arms. The head doesn't have a whole lot of movement. I can't tell if it's. I think it's on a ball, but it's not a whole lot there. But the important thing is he looks intimidating. These shoulder pieces are on hinges, like a dual hinge mechanism. So you can get them out of the way. Yeah, I did a bit of research before buying this, and I knew he was big. I just wasn't really expecting that. Speaking of, I'll pull in some other figures and from this line and some different lines, and we can see how well they scale. This is, I think, more of a new 52 look, so he was quite a bit bigger in that than he was in previous iterations. I'll pull him in and we can take a look and compare. Here we are next to a couple of Marvel Legends. On the right we have Darkseid. On the left we have the Warpath from the new 2-pack. These are some of the little bit larger Marvel Legends figures in the collection, and as you can see, dwarfed by this Darkseid. They I don't hate, it's not like a bad scaling, because this version of Darkseid is supposed to be pretty big, but man, when you got Warpath and he doesn't even, not even half your height, you know you got a big figure. Here we have the DC Universe Classics New 52 Superman, the shiny version, and then we have the DC Direct Cyborg Superman, and these all look pretty good together. She scales surprisingly well with 6.5 inch scale figures. She scales better with these than the guys do, for sure. And yeah, Darkseid, these two have met before, but usually not these versions. I'm still just kind of blown away at how big these figures, this Darkseid is. And here he is with the new Maximum Series Hulk. He's a little bit more than half the size of Darkseid, but even then, yeah, this dude's big. And here we have him with the other DC Icons figures in my collection. We got John and Damian, Death of Superman, and Doomsday. All of them are dwarfed by this absolute unit of a Darkseid. I believe I read he was about 13 inches, but I got a tape measure here that we can go ahead and, yeah, 12. He's right at 12 and a quarter inch. Not quite 13, but still, no joke. That one figure weighs almost as much as the rest of the figures in my collection. He's a hefty boy. I'm kind of surprised I was able to even get him in frame, because the box didn't quite fit. Grogu says we're going the wrong direction. These figures are supposed to be getting smaller, not bigger. So what are my final thoughts? I love it. Again, I found them used. They were used and previously displayed, so I got them for quite a bit cheaper than new in box. Usually they go for about, again, $250, same as those other 2-packs I've gone through. But I ended up paying about $160 after shipping for these guys. For the first time, I would say yes, I would pay the $250 for him. She's inconsequential to me. I don't really have a whole lot of connection to Grail, even though a lot of people want this 2-pack specifically for her. This is why I picked it up. I'm glad I did. And I would have paid more if I had to, but I'm really glad I didn't. I am beyond stoked with him. I think he's going to fit on the shelf. It's going to be tight, but I think he'll fit up there. So, I'm going to say yes, it's worth it. Especially, it doesn't matter what scale collection you're doing, except for maybe 3 3/4 inch, 6 inch, 6.5 inch, 7 inch. All of it is going to be fine with this guy. He'll tower over just about anything. The only minor complaints I have, I wish he was a little bit better articulation. He doesn't have any bicep swivel or thigh. He might have thigh swivel. No, it just looks like he does. No thigh swivel, no bicep swivels, so you can't put him in a whole lot of poses. But you can stand him up in the back of the display, overlooking everybody. It's still going to look super cool and intimidating. So I'm going to say yes. For me, this figure is worth it. Only you can decide if it's worth it for you. I'm glad to have it in my collection. I very much look forward to continuing to expand this DC Icons collection. I think that's about all I've got for you today, though. So, thanks for watching. Be on the lookout for more videos.